Welcome everyone to what I believe is your last meeting in this room until June. So I'll give you a quick rundown of where we are in the project. So looking at the phasing plan, last time I was here, you were occupying the social studies rooms, which are being occupied now. The guidance office is finished except for a section of the floor here which ties into the work that's going to be done over the summer. Work has started in the purple area here, which is the Ox Gym and the team rooms. And starting actually April 1, we'll be moving into the auditorium and the DAO, which is here. As a matter of fact, now that Mr. Cardwell is ahead of schedule moving people out, some work may start in here this week. So to give you a little pictorial of what we have, the guidance office is finished, and I mean, I showed you some of these photos before, but some of them are occupied now. Some of your staff's in there. I guess Ms. Viola's in there. Mr. Nestor was just moved in there, so that's been occupied. Here's the entrance all cleaned up nice. This is some of the Ox Gym demo. This is the 400 corridor, and what's demoed there is what's going to be called the engineering porch. That's going to have a railing around it where the opening's taken out. Here's the Ox Gym, your old gym, which is going to become the auxiliary gym. In the background will be the auxiliary gym. In the foreground here, this is going to be divided and become the engineering lab and your CAD lab. Locker room work has begun. You're going to get some new showers, new fixtures, some new lights, of course, new HVAC and ventilation in there. Here's some other work being done in the locker rooms. Now, one of the things that Mr. Cardwell come up with to help with some of the air exchange during the renovation here, we built a platform up there, and there's 4 negative air machines in there which are keeping that in a negative air. So we are really moving air out of there so it doesn't bother your program. And it's been working very well. There was quite a bit of activity being done in there today, and there was no negative effects at all. So that's been working very well, and that was Mr. Cardwell's idea. It works really well. On the site work, this is your turf field. Work's begun on that, as I showed you. The storm lines are in. The infiltration base. Oops, sorry. The infiltration basins are in. The subgrade, the base that the turf field's going to go on is ready for a proof roll. I don't think we're going to have any soil issues here. So it's looking at the beginning of April. There's going to be a flurry of activity in there, getting ready to put the turf down. They're projecting they may be able to give us that turf field by August 1. If everything goes well, they'll be able to have that for your summer, your fall sports. The other thing that's happening is in the softball field. We're doing some underground drains in there to help with the water problem, and some of the burden that's been taken off the turf field has been moved over here, and this is going to get a new infield mix and some backstops and benches. So looking at that, this is the work that's been done in the turf field. This is some of the new storm drainage that's been put across the turf field to take up a lot of water that comes there. You can see here, this is the subgrade of the turf field being prepared, and we're doing the inspections. This is the inspector there checking it, making sure that it's stable. This is the drainage piping that's going in around the softball field. You can see a lot of it's done. There's still more to do here, but it's moving along very well. And that's pretty much it. Anybody got any questions?
I do.
Yes.
Yeah, I have 2.
Go ahead.
First one was, I was alerted today that there was a very annoying squeaking sound in the, I think it's room 111.
Yeah, there's a HVAC unit, they're checking it, trying to find out, it might just be a fan or a belt. But
That's what I thought it sounded like,
Yeah,
a fan.
yeah.
Because it was likened to like a hamster on a wheel.
That's
when it
correct,
squeaks.
that's correct. And we're waiting until there's nobody in that classroom that they can get up there and tear it apart and take a look at it. So that's on the agenda to be done during the spring break. Yes.
Okay, good, because I've heard that's very annoying.
Yes, yes.
Okay, and two, and this is just, I just happened to think of this the other day. When I was pulling into the school, it was one of the damp mornings. You know, it was, I don't know if it had rained the night before, I don't remember. But is there any, like, was there ever any kind of agreement for the tractors and the trucks to clean their tires off before moving around?
I know which morning you're talking
Yeah,
about.
because it was really
It
muddy.
was. It was very much, and there were some procedures they should have had in place, they didn't have in place, and I notified them of that, but yes, there is. They didn't have a rock entrance done, but as soon as I came in, I noticed that, and I made them aware of it, and they took immediate action.
Okay, cool, thank you.
Yes, there is, or yes. Anything else?
You know what I'm going to ask? Are we on track to,
We're doing very well,
to be
yes.
done by the deadline to start school on time?
I don't anticipate problems right now. I mean, we're really looking at that. I do not anticipate any problems.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.